Hi everybody! It's time to take a look at the movies that will be released in September. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Honk for Jesus! Save Your Soul! Is a satirical comedy starring Regina Hall as Trinity Childs, the proud First Lady of a Southern Baptist megachurch, who together with her husband Pastor Lee Curtis Childs, Sterling K. Brown, once served a congregation in the tens of thousands. But after a scandal forces their church to temporarily close, Trinity and Lee Curtis must reopen their church and rebuild their congregation to make the biggest comeback that commodified religion has ever seen. Burial, 2022. Set during the waning days of World War II, Burial tells the fictional story of a small band of Russian soldiers tasked with delivering the crated remains of Hitler back to Stalin in Russia. En route, the unit is attacked by German werewolf partisans and picked off one by one. An intrepid female intelligence officer leads her surviving comrades in a last stand to ensure their cargo doesn't fall into the hands of those who would hide the truth forever. Waiting for Bojangles, 2022. In front of their little boy, Camille and George dance on their favorite song, Mr. Bojangles. With them, there is only place for fun and fantasy. The one who shows the way is the mother, an unpredictable wisp. She leads them into a whirlwind of poetry so that the party continues again and again, no matter what happens. Mad Love has never lived up to its name so well. After Ever Happy, 2022. The relationship of Tessa Young and Hardin Scott has gone through many difficulties that, on the other hand, have managed to strengthen their union and their love. When the truth about their families has come out, they have both discovered that they are not as different as they thought. Tessa is no longer that sweet, good girl who made it to college, and Hardin is no longer the cruel boy she fell in love with. She is the only person capable of understanding and calming Hardin, but the secret he hides is so great that it causes she to withdraw from absolutely everything. Even her soulmate. Medieval, 2022. Inspired by the true story of Jan I.K.A., one of greatest warriors in history. After the death of its reigning emperor, the Holy Roman Empire is plummeting into chaos while feuding brothers King Wenceslas of Czech and King Sigismund of Hungary battle for control of the empty throne. Daring and righteous mercenary leader Jan I.K.A. is hired by Lord Boris to kidnap the powerful Lord Rosenberg's fiancée, Lady Catherine, to prevent Rosenberg's rise to power alongside the corrupt King Sigismund. Jan believes that kings are the right hand of God and should be respected and obeyed, no matter what. As Catherine becomes caught in a dangerous political game between the monarchs, Jan falls in love with her strong spirit and dedication to saving the people. In a brave attempt to liberate her, he fights back with a rebel army to battle the corruption, greed, and betrayal rampant amongst those clawing for power. Jan now realizes that the fate of the empire will be decided by his love for Lady Catherine and that his fate doesn't lie in the hands of kings, but in the hands of his own people. Barbarian. In town for a job interview, a young woman arrives at her Airbnb late at night only to find that her rental has been mistakenly double booked and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to stay the night anyway, but soon discovers that there is much more to be afraid of in the house than the other house guest. Brahmastra Part 1, Shiva, 2022. Brahmastra the Trilogy is a 3-part film franchise and the beginning of India's first original universe, the Astraverse. This is the story of Shiva, who sets out in search of love and self-discovery. During his journey, he has to face many evil forces that threaten our existence. True Things, 2021. It follows a young woman living on the fringes of society who becomes intoxicated by a stranger who overwhelms her quiet life. Clerks 3, 2022. After suffering a massive heart attack, Randall enlists friends and fellow clerks Dante, Elias, Jay, and Silent Bob to help him make a movie about life at the Quick Stop. The Retaliators, 2021. In The Retaliators, an upstanding pastor uncovers a dark and twisted underworld as he searches for answers surrounding his daughter's brutal murder. A high-octane original soundtrack and cameos from some of the biggest names in rock music set the tone as this horror thriller reveals a game of revenge played using a new set of rules. Pearl, 2022. Filmmaker T. West returns with another chapter from the twisted world of X in this astonishing follow-up to the year's most acclaimed horror film. Trapped on her family's isolated farm, Pearl must tend to her ailing father under the bitter and overbearing watch of her devout mother. Lusting for a glamorous life like she's seen in the movies, Pearl's ambitions, temptations, and repressions all collide in the stunning, Technicolor-inspired origin story of X's iconic villain. The Woman King, 2022. The Woman King is the remarkable story of the Agoji, the all-female unit of warriors who protected the African kingdom of Dahomey in the 1800s with skills and a fierceness unlike anything the world has ever seen. Inspired by true events, The Woman King follows the emotionally epic journey of General Naniska as she trains the next generation of recruits and readies them for battle against an enemy determined to destroy their way of life. Some things are worth fighting for. The Silent Twins, 2022. Based on the lives of June and Jennifer Gibbons, real-life identical twins who grew up in Wales and became known as the Silent Twins because of their refusal to communicate with anyone other than each other. Don't Worry, Darling, 2022. A 1950s housewife living with her husband in a utopian experimental community begins to worry that his glamorous company may be hiding disturbing secrets. The Railway Children Return, 2022. Follow a group of children who are evacuated to a Yorkshire village during the Second World War, where they encounter a young soldier who, like them, is far away from home.